An Israeli hostage freed from Hamas captivity was released from hospital on Thursday and greeted by a cheering crowd as he returned home. Ohad Ben Ami was returned to Israel last Saturday as part of a Gaza ceasefire between Israel and the Palestinian militant group aimed at ending 15 months of war.
This is a very emotional day and happy because Ohad is back home, but we need not to forget there are so many people still not home, and we need to support them, to do everything we can do to support our government to take this next step to fulfill the deal.
That deal appeared near to unraveling this week amid accusations of violations on both sides. Hamas on Thursday said it did not want the agreement to collapse, but it said it rejected what it called the, quote, language of threats and intimidation from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and U.S. President Donald Trump. The Israeli and American warnings came after Hamas accused Israel of holding up an expected influx of aid deliveries and said it would not hand over 3 more hostages on Saturday until the issue was resolved. That prompted Netanyahu and Trump to warn the ceasefire should be canceled if the hostages were not freed. In a statement, Hamas said it, quote, reaffirms its commitment to implementing the agreement as signed, including the exchange of prisoners according to the specified timeline. The war in Gaza erupted after a Hamas-led attack on Israel on October 7, 2023, that killed at least 1,200 people according to Israeli tallies and saw more than 250 taken as hostages. That triggered a relentless Israeli response that has laid waste to the coastal enclave and killed more than 48,000 Palestinians, according to Gaza health officials. Under the current ceasefire, Hamas has so far released 16 Israeli hostages out of 33 captives to be exchanged for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners held by Israel in the first stage of a multi-phase deal. Continuing talks in Cairo have focused on issues such as Israel's allowing the entry of mobile homes, tents, medical supplies, and fuel. Hamas said heavy machinery was needed for the removal of rubble. International aid officials confirmed that aid was coming in despite considerable logistical problems, though they cautioned that far more was needed. The threat to cancel the 42-day ceasefire that formed the basis of the agreement has drawn thousands of Israeli protesters onto the streets this week, calling on the government to stick with the deal in order to bring the remaining hostages home.